Hi there. Welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And my goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a specific film. So most of the time I do feature film movie reviews, but sometimes I do documentary reviews. And that's what I'm doing today. The film I'm going to be talking about is called Night Oppy. This lovely documentary is now available on Amazon Studios and is free to Prime members. Yay! It's rated PG and is an hour and 45 minutes. My overall movie review mom grade is an A. I thought it was outstanding. So before you click away to another YouTube channel, let me tell you about it and explain why I'm giving it the grade that I am. So I'll give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, and a recommendation for another film that I think that you might also like if you like this one. All right, you ready? In a nutshell, this inspirational documentary is about two rovers that were sent to Mars. It's written and directed by Ryan White with writing help by Helen Kearns. This is from the studio of Amblin, which is, Steven Spielberg kind of magic stuff. And it actually has that little touch. This film follows Spirit and Opportunity, the twin Mars exploration rovers, affectionately dubbed those names by their creators and scientists at NASA. Oppy was originally expected to live for only 90 days, but she ultimately lived and explored Mars for nearly 15 years. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but the rover named Spirit didn't last quite as long, which is why this movie really focuses on the other one, Opportunity, the one that they called Oppy. So there were plenty of things I really liked about this movie. First of all, Golden Globe winner Angela Bassett offers pleasant narration to the story that will capture your heart and inspire your mind. Hopefully, this will inspire young kids to explore math and science more. The musical score by Blake Neely offers a gentle lift throughout the entire film. The facts that we learn are simply amazing, but the most impressive is how long Oppy lived in the harsh climate of Mars. It's so fun to hear which wake-up songs the crew chose each day, depending on what was happening at the time during their long adventure. There's a lot of humor, especially in those choices. It's inspiring to see and hear people talk about this mission with so much passion. What an honor it was to be a part of something so special. And we get to know a few of those people who were involved with that whole process. I love that they were able to include a high school student's long-term experience with this project. She happened to be in the room, well, not happened to be, she won a competition and was one of the very few high school students selected to be in the room in NASA as this thing was launching. And years later, she was still with NASA, and it was really fun to have her talk about her experiences. The names of the twin sister rovers were perfect, Spirit and Opportunity. So good luck to Perseverance, the granddaughter who is headed off on her own adventure. I had heard that this fascinating documentary was sweet and touching, but I couldn't really imagine what that meant when it was talking about robots on Mars, and I thought, well, robots are cute. But I get it now. It gave me all the feels and even evoked some tears from my eyes in the end. Sweet and touching indeed. Isn't that amazing? All right, so there were just a few things that I didn't like or just thought could have been done better. For example, the movie ends dramatically and I'm like, oh, but wait, that wasn't the ending. I preferred the first ending. The second one left me kind of with unanswered questions and without that magic that I got from the first ending. Scientists and engineers who are hoping for more details might be disappointed. The film gives us a very simple overview of the very ambitious project without boring mainstream audiences too much with sciencey stuff. I love that there were people from all over the world contributing to this project so that it was considered more of a triumph for humanity and not just for Americans. Now, I am American, but you know what I mean? I love that it was for humanity in general. Many of the scenes are definitely CGI. At the beginning of the movie, I was telling my husband, who we were watching it together, I was like, how did they get that shot? And he was like, it's CGI. I'm like, really? I just so wanted to believe that they were all coming live, you know, I'm not live, but that they were all filmed. And then I thought, okay, well, that's silly. That doesn't even make sense. But anyway, it is truly amazing what the cameras on this robot can do and the images that they were able to get back and send back to Earth. It's just amazing. So let me give you some tips for parents. Young kids might be pretty bored. Older kids who are interested in science or engineering, I think, will be fascinated. There's a lot of adults talking, but even still, if they're interested enough in robotics, I think that'll hold their attention. There's no profanity, nothing obscene or inappropriate for kids to watch. So it really is family friendly. There are robots, however, in dangerous situations on Mars. Some of the themes that are worth talking about, especially if you watch this with your family, are goals and dreams, cooperation and solving problems, critical thinking skills, and intergalactic exploration. And probably another word, which may be the next name for the next rover, is hope. That this movie just gives us hope. And it's interesting because they also interview these various scientists and engineers and whatnot at NASA, and they ask, you know, why is this important? Why are we spending so much time and energy going to Mars? And they talk about they hope to find answers. They hope to find maybe a planet that had water and lessons that we could learn so that we don't end up like Mars and that kind of thing. So it definitely had an environmental agenda or one of global warming or climate change kind of a vibe, you know, just that there are lessons that maybe we can learn by exploring space and trying to figure out what happened to some of these other planets. All right, so before we go, I told you I was going to give you some recommendations for other films that I instantly thought of while watching this one. The first one is called The Martian, starring Matt Damon. It was so fun. He plays this scientist, and he says he's going to science the bleep out of the problems that he discovers when he's left stranded on Mars. Anyway, it's a really fun movie, and you learn a little bit about the planet. And then another fictional movie is called Mission to Mars, and it explores the planet and people who go there and all of the crazy things that happen. And, it's just a dramatic space exploration astronaut type of movie, but it's a lot of fun. All right, that's it. I hope if you see this movie that you really do enjoy it. And thank you so much for spending time with me. Be sure and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Every little click and like helps. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.